Hey guys, today we're going to be going over the differences and comparisons of FLORES and Twitch. But before that, this video does have a sponsor, and that is Dragon City. If you'd like to download Dragon City, the link is down below. Dragon City is a free-to-play and available on both Android, iOS, and also available on Windows and Amazon. Dragon City has hundreds of different dragons to collect, and once you breed 2 of your dragons, you get a new one, and you could take them into battle. You could feed them, you can train them, and then bring them into a new battle. There are multiple different PvP modes, and you can fight in real time against your friends. As you upgrade your Dragon City, you're going to have nicer farms to be able to evolve your dragons and battle them in other PvP arenas. Right as you get your dragons, they're going to start out as little level 1 babies, and as you level them up, you'll see them grow exponentially over time, and eventually they'll have income producing. So each dragon produces a certain amount of gold per minute. As you upgrade your dragon, their income is going to go up, therefore helping your whole village out. Additionally, you're also going to find events every single week to discover and play new events, and there's always new content in the game. In the description down below, you guys are going to get 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and a Fire Knight dragon to get you started. You just have to have the latest version of the game, so remember to download the latest version of the game, and then you'll get the 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and the Fire Knight dragon. As always, the links will be down in the description on the top line and also in a pinned comment down below. So go ahead and show some support for today's sponsor and give them a download and give them a try. Dragon City is a fun, free-to-play game that you guys definitely need to try out. And with that, let's get right back into the video. So as I said before, guys, we're going to be comparing FLORES and Twitch today. A lot of people have been asking for a comparison video. Now, the last one I did was, I think, Callie and Thatcher or something along that line. But this one's a very interesting comparison because there's actually a lot to compare. So today, I'm going to compare everything step by step. We're going to look at the operator Gadget. We're also going to look at, of course, the drone, the loadout, and just overall who's the best option for that utility destruction type gadget operator. They both do a similar role, but just do it in a very different way. One is through shock and one is through explosions. So we're going to start off with a weapon comparison. I'm sorry again for the FLORES content because I don't get to really play him that much in the test server. Everyone steals him. So some of these some of the footage here is just going to be in a T-hunt. Hopefully that doesn't really matter too much because we're comparing the operator, not my gun skill. Okay, both Twitch and FLORES are both 2-speed, 2-armor operators, so there's nothing to compare there. So let's get into the loadout. So Twitch has the F2, the 417, and the shotgun option. For this scenario, we're going to compare the assault rifle first, and then we'll compare the DMR because they both have a DMR, but I'm going to leave the shotgun out for obvious reasons. There's not really much of a comparison there. And FLORES has the AR-33 and the SR-25. So to start off, the AR-33 has a standard damage of 41 and a long range damage of 24 and has a rate of fire of 749. So its magazine size is a 25+1, so a 26 round mag, compared to the F2 with a lesser damage of 37 standard and 22 long range, but has a whopping 980 rate of fire. And that magazine size is also 26. As for the Marksman Rifle, we're going to start off with Twitch's at the 417. So the 417 has a standard damage of 69 and a long range of 45. The rate of fire is pretty relevant since it's a DMR, but it does have 21 bullets in PvP magazine size. FLORES' DMR is the SR-25. This is going to be found on operators like Blackbeard as well, and it has a standard damage of 61, long range of 35, and a magazine size of 21 as well. So when we look at these weapons, they definitely do have their differences, but overall, I mean, both of the ARs are very good. Some people like to say that Twitch's weapon could be the best in the game, but it has to be in the right hands, as in that rate of fire can really go crazy, but it gives you a good chance of hitting a headshot as long as you're somewhere near them due to that crazy fire rate. However, for the standard player, a good old console player or something, the AR-33 is probably going to be better for you. And then from the DMR perspective, it's definitely Twitch's DMR is the better one. The 417 is a really good DMR compared to the SR-25, which is just subpar in my opinion. So overall, I would have to give the edge to Twitch for sure. Now, this one's really subjective. I can't really definitively say because I think it'll change based on who you are, but overall I think Twitch has the highest potential, the highest skill ceiling as well, so I'm going to give Twitch the advantage here for the loadout. As for the gadget, Twitch is equipped with the shock drone. Everyone knows what the shock drone is, but Twitch has 2 of these shock drones, and these can shoot shock darts at a target. The shock drones cannot jump, but they are much quieter than regular drones. The shock darts start with a set amount and then recharge every 15 seconds. But the shock drones can destroy pretty much anything that's electronic and not electronic even. So CCTV cameras, signal disruptors, nitro cells, mirrors, black mirrors. You could also even destroy or disable some of operator gadgets such as Pulse if you shock him while he's on his heartbeat, as well as Vigil and Maestro. As for the RCE Retero, I went a full overview of it yesterday on my FLORES operator guide, or not yesterday, a few days ago. But the RCE Retero is a drone that can only go forward. It does not stop ever. Even if you hit the S key or the backup, it is not going to do anything except go forward and turn. As a FLORES player, you got to find something within the first few seconds because this thing has a timer. Now, once it does find something you guys want to explode, you're going to want to hit the activate button, which is your shoot button, and it'll explode everything in the proximity. Now, if it gets shot before, it's just going to explode wherever it gets shot. But as long as you trigger it, you could put it basically anywhere. It could attach to walls, it could attach to a bulletproof shield, but it's going to destroy any gadgets and soft surfaces in the area. So I'm going to compare these drones by 3 different categories: destructibility, stealth, and of course just usability in general, okay? The first one, destructibility, it's really no question. Retero drone absolutely destroys anything in its path. It could get someone out of a corner, it could kill someone, and Twitch just is not that. It is more about just destroying a little gadget here and there, and it's more strategy behind it. FLORES, you could just go in there and remodel the entire bomb site, which is an awesome thing, but that brings us to the second point, which is stealth ability. Now, that is something that the RCE Retero is not good at. It is a bulky, clanky ground vehicle that is just very loud in general. Twitch's drone, on the other hand, is quieter than a standard drone, so it's pretty quiet in general. It's really just meant for stealth and just destroying a few things, but overall, it's just not as good with destruction. You can't really just push someone out of a corner as easy as you can with the Retero. Twitch's 1 damage is really not going to scare you, or 5, or whatever the heck they've changed it to. They always change the number, but it is less than 10 damage, so you could just shoot the thing. But with the Retero, it will bring you to the graveyard if you shoot it when it's on you. So if I were to give the edge to one of the gadgets in specific, it has to be the RCE Retero. I think this gadget is going to be meta changing. This is going to change the 20-second meta and the gadget meta and the camping meta. It has the power to change so much, while Twitch is just a decent operator with a decent gadget. So from a gadget perspective, FLORES definitely takes the cake, and that is really the main thing between the comparison with them. I think FLORES is going to be like a every down player. You're going to see him in every single round, while Twitch is not so much that. So I got to give this comparison to FLORES. However, I do want to talk a little bit about Twitch, and I think that they could do something to Twitch to make him just as good, or her just as good. Now, just as the RCE Retero, if it gets shot at, it kind of explodes in an explosive way, like a C4 way. I think the Twitch drone should do the same, but not as an explosive way, but as an EMP wave. I think whenever it gets shot or whenever it gets destroyed, it should send a volt of electricity or an EMP across the entire objective, or multiple objectives, or just the whole map for that matter, and just disable pretty much everything for a set amount of time, like 10 seconds or something. I think that would bring a very big advantage to Twitch, and it would prevent everyone to just shoot the drone automatically, because if it's later round, you're probably going to want to keep that drone around because your teammates are watching cams, entry points, or you're using Maestro cams or something along that line. Now, if that did happen, this would change a lot because they would both have very unique roles. At this point, I think that there's no reason to ever pick Twitch over FLORES, even with the better weapon. As we said, that's already subjective enough. So FLORES, to me, at this point in the game, is the best operator for utility destruction or utility disabling. But that is going to do it for today. Thanks for joining me, guys, and remember to use that link down below and download the game to get your free exclusive rewards for Dragon City, and thank them for sponsoring the channel here today. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.